Hey, welcome back to Burnt Wood Workshop. Today we're going to talk about pens. And X-Tool Select had these pens on sale and I thought they looked pretty cool. They're LED pens that you can engrave. So you can take and engrave whatever you want on the pen on both sides and it lights up. So I did a couple different ones and I'll show some close-ups of these, but they come in yellow, orange, red, blue, and green. You get 10 of them, and I got these for $9.99, but the price varies, so depending. And if you aren't part of X-Tool and you use a different laser, they are available on Amazon for a different looking set. You could probably find these on there too, but they have their colored barrels instead of the black. I kind of like the black barrels better, but we're going to show how to engrave them, how to set them up, easy ways to do things, and a few things you'll learn as you go. The LED doesn't light past this point and this point, so you want to kind of keep your design in that area. And we're going to go over that, some templates, and some different ideas. Okay, since fall is here, and it's one of my favorite seasons, we're going to pick a couple of just fall type things like this pumpkin. Set that aside. Take this leaf, set that aside. And we're going to take the pumpkin, take our pumpkin. And that's not what I want. What I want is to engrave the lines. So we want to engrave the inside out of the pumpkin. So we want these segments. So we're going to take and we're going to go oops, we missed a segment. This segment. Sometimes easier with arrows. Okay, so here's our pumpkin. I'll put this down. That. And then we're going to take this here. I'm going to offset it at 0. Confirm. And we're going to take that. And we're going to just put that like that. Like that. There's our pumpkin. We're going to group it. I'm going to bring that over to here. I'm going to shrink it down. It's going to go somewhere in this area. I'm going to take our leaf. I'm going to bring that down. And the leaf can actually be bigger. Actually, the pumpkin would be smarter, bigger. So we're going to make the pumpkin right at the wide part of the pen. And we can bring it down a little bit. And then our leaf is going to be right there. And we're going to make that engrave. And then we're going to go engrave that, and we're going to give it a font like that. I'm going to pick this and we're going to shrink it down to go in. Not quite that shrunk down. All right, so we're going to bring this into here. Bring it out to something like that. Bring it over a little bit so it's near the pumpkin. All right, and then we're going to unlock it. And we're going to pull it up so it fits the area better. Okay, so there's our pen. And let's see what it looks like. Okay, so we've got our design. I changed a couple things. I made this green so we don't mix it up with the black, because the black is all ignore, and we want an output on our green. So when we do our engrave, we want 35 and a speed of 150, and the lines per centimeter is 100. That works out really good. So that's our setup that we're going to run. So I designed a template that basically would do 4 pens on each side. Then you could just rotate everything around to get both sides of the pen. And then I put crosshairs so you could line it up. So once you get the crosshair lined up on here, like that, it would be lined up on your screen like that. And then once it's set up, I have the grid set up so that you can do your layout so you know where your light is. And since the pens aren't level, they're curved, I just put an 1/8 inch shim underneath and use my little level here to level up the pen. And then once the pen's level, then I'm good. Okay, from start, this engraves pretty quick. It's kind of cool. And it's kind of cool that you can see through the pen, you can see it lit up as you're working. And that is just about it. Okay, there we go. Now, it looks like something messed up on here. We'll let the air run out. But something doesn't look right. For some reason, my sun on this side came out a little bit burnt with the same settings on that side, which I don't understand. But it looks pretty cool. But now we've got burnt pen workshop, unfortunately. Oh. Well. I wet my finger and most of it came off. But that does look pretty cool. You've got a kind of a short area to work in, so I would maybe not go something quite as big as that. I went a little different on this side. But still pretty cool. So one tip when you're doing this, what I did was I had it focused on this part of the pen. And this has a, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a high spot and it tapers down. And I had it focused on this part of the pen. The first time I did it, I focused it on here and I did the sun. And then I focused on here and did this. And that worked out really well. But when I did this one, I focused it on here and I ran the whole thing. That ran a little hot is why that, I think, burnt. So I would focus this and do the upper and do it in maybe 2 sections if you're going to do it without leveling it. I probably could have leveled it, but still looks pretty cool. So with Christmas coming, I thought these pens would be a really cool idea for a stocking stuffer or just a personalized gift for Christmas. And the lighting up, I thought was a really cool feature. I mean, that's pretty neat. And like I said, they come in different colors: green, blue, orange, yellow, red, and can't beat the price. What I did to make this template was I took the pen and I traced it on a piece of paper, and I put it in my scanner, and then I used the scan program on my computer and scanned it into that. So after I scanned it into my computer, I put it into XCS and I traced that scan to make my cut for my pen for this template. And then when I made the template, what I did was I put little crosshairs on it so you can set it up every time. And then in the program, I figured out that you have about a 2-inch window on this. So I made a little 2-inch window where the light starts and stops so that I know every pen will be lit where I want it lit. So those are some neat ideas. If you like the video, give a thumbs up. If you'd like a template, leave a comment. I'll make these available. Or you can trace your pens and make your own. You can make a pattern for just about anything if you just scan it in. So, Merry Christmas, enjoy, and I'll come up with more Christmas ideas coming up soon.